Ladies and gentlemen,
welcome to Lucha Maniacs.
Lucha Maniacs.
Were you the one that did it?
No.
I thought you were the one that did it.
Bro, that's one of my favorite intros. Like whenever, like the last show that they did when they did the return, it was like Lucha Maniacs.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what's going on? I got to hear it before anybody else did. I was like, wait.
I remember when we used to do the live streams at my house, and we'll touch there right now, basically. Yeah. Way, so we'll get there right now.
But what's up, guys? This is a weird way to start the podcast episode. As you guys can see, this episode does not have a video with it. Well, there is a video, but there's no...
Es que estoy feo. It's like, I don't want to lose your followers, bro. My bad.
Nah, what happened was we were having some issues with the camera. But we're here. If you guys see a video, it's probably off of TikTok. And you're just going to see me the whole entire time. But anyways, what's up, guys? Today, we have a special guest. Last time we did this, we did it with Ishan. This time, we're doing it with another promoter. One of Ishan's friends. And, well, as you guys see, well, you guys can't see this, but on my left, top left corner, there is a flyer there on the wall. As you guys can see, Jerry's head just popped out of there. I already said his name. We have Jerry from Full Blown Pro Wrestling. So, what's up, Jerry? Tell us a little bit about yourself. Like I asked Ishan, for all those single ladies out there, what's up? Go ahead and let us know.
So, check it out, guys. So, pretty much, started promoting back 2017, which was a funny way of starting, bro, because what happened was they asked me, hey, like, have you ever thought about doing a show? One of my friends that was a wrestler, George Wolf, but he was going by Mad One back then.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, have you ever thought about doing a show? Like, what do you think? I was like, you know what, man? Like, I feel like doing a show.
The comment section, he cute. Yahweh, yeah? It'd be like that, though.
So, basically, they were like, hey, why don't you promote? So, I was like, you know what? I'm game. Like, I was going to go spend money at that time in Vegas. I had money saved up. I was like, let's go big or go home. So, basically, there was a promotion in Austin called Wrestle Circus.
Okay. It
was one of the biggest promotions in Texas. They were always bringing just big names out of nowhere. They were always having Penta, Phoenix. They were having so many big names that I was like, oh, shit, like, you know what? Like, I want to go check these guys out. And it was nothing but stacked names in the card. It looked pretty much like a freaking WrestleCon type show. Mm-hmm. So I go over there and I start saying, you know what? Like, I do want to go ahead and do a show. So I met up with another promotion here in Laredo. We ended up doing basically a joint show, and that show was at Casablanca in 2016 November, and I ended up bringing Penta, Phoenix, Daga. Who else was it? It was a couple names either way.
Cut. I'll slice it. Don't worry. Alright.
So basically, I brought in some names. I had a really good show, and then from there, they told me basically, hey, like, do you want to continue working with us? But it would be under our banner. So I said, yeah, you know what? I actually had fun. Let's go ahead and do this. We started continuing. Got promoting. I started bringing more names. We brought down Shane Strickland. We brought down ACH. Laredo Kid ended up making a debut. It was just so many different names that started coming in that I started enjoying it, but it was a lot of work because there was certain wrestlers that couldn't be with other wrestlers. It was basically like I had to be on top of it 24/7, and at that time, it's like what they say in the business. I was green. I did not know a single thing, like at all. They're saying what is he talking about? Maybe they can't hear me.
Oh no, he's talking about. He's asking like, what are you talking about?
Okay.
Since he's not really into the wrestling thing, so he doesn't really.
I'll try to break it down to like all types of terms.
Yeah. Also, Ashley's. I didn't get a chance to see, but it said Ashley says hi.
Oh, hey, hello.
The one from the plug, our sponsor of this podcast, the sponsor of this channel, pretty much the sponsor of just me in general. Shout out to Unique Cupcakes. So as a matter of fact, is that my wallet? Or is that your wallet?
That's your wallet.
Okay. As a matter of fact, I always carry a card. Check them out.
I need to try a cupcake. I haven't tried one yet, so I need to try one. I'm a food enthusiast.
Take a card.
Thank you. You see?
Ashley, you owe me a card.
He's getting me business. He's getting you business.
You owe me a card, Ashley. Hey, we got 76 viewers on here. Hey, that's a first.
So back to where we're continuing. I was bringing down We're bringing down names, and I started learning. It was more of a learn as you go. Learn as you go. There was a bunch of fumbles. I messed up a bunch of times where I would overstress, and it wasn't really that much fun for me. Because it was always like business, and I never had a chance to, like, focus. So at one point,
keep going.
Okay. So at one point, I ended up feeling like, you know what? It's starting to get a little bit overwhelming. I wasn't having as much fun. It was cool because I was meeting people, I was meeting wrestlers and stuff. Like, it felt like a kid in a candy shop. I'd be like, oh, I want to see this wrestler. I'd book him and bring him down. I want to see that wrestler. I want to book him and bring him down. It was pretty much just doing that. I wasn't really focusing on what I should have been focusing on at the time. So, pandemic basically made me feel like it was time to step away. And I'll let him hear this part again. So once we started getting, once the pandemic happened, that said promotion didn't do any more shows. And I felt like, you know what, like, it's time for me to step away from wrestling. Like, I've had my fun.
Is it the promotion? I think it is.
I don't like to mention names just because at the end of the day,
I'll blur it out.
Yeah.
All right. I kind of figured because I did hear for a while you used to work with them.
Yeah. So basically, once I stepped away from it, I was like, you know what, like, it's cool. They went their way, I went my way, and pandemic started. Then I overheard of a show that was happening at a small little taping. And I was like, let me reach out to him. So I reached out to Sean. Hey, what are you up to? Oh yeah, I want to record. We're gonna do some matches. It's gonna be fun. Fuck, let me go check it out. Went over there. We hung out. I saw the taping. I saw the vision. I was like, damn, like, this was fun. It's been a while since I've had fun. So,
technically, Maniac shows are fun, bro.
So, no, but you've seen the recent Lucha Maniac shows. Yeah. I'm talking about the tapings when we were doing it in a little tiny warehouse, like it was at Joey's little warehouse, and it was.
I used to see them on YouTube and Facebook.
Exactly. So all those tapings, you should have seen the stuff that it was just nothing
like
but
the
us
behind the scenes,
joking around, having a good time, laughing. It was just such a fun environment that if it wasn't for Lucha Maniacs and Ishan, I would have stepped away from wrestling. Honestly, I was already planning it with the end of what to call it, the previous promotion. Once the pandemic hit, I was like, you know what, like, I'm not having that much fun as I used to. It's too much stress. I stepped away. I was gonna step away, and Ishan started telling me, hey, come, like, just come hang out with us. Let's just joke around. Just boom. So it was just so much fun. We're just recording, and then from there, he's like, hey, can we move the recordings to your backyard?
Wait, so that was your yard?
The backyard videos were my backyard.
I thought they were Joey's yard.
So we did some in Joey's warehouse, which we would make jokes about it. We call it what's it called? Arena Lerma, and then from that, if it was at my house, it would be like the commentary would be like, oh, estamos aquí en Arena Cadena, and like it became to the point where wrestlers would start being like, oh, Arena Cadena, and they actually thought it was a real, like,
a real arena,
like a real location, because we had the lights, we had everything. Like,
you can make it a real location as a backyard wrestling show.
So we're joking around, yeah, but I remember the very first taping that we had, it was like Taurus, he called it Fishman, like, we had big names at my house, and I'm there like,
welcome to my backyard.
And like my mom would walk out and we're like, oh, I'm making food, and y'all want food, like, I just made like guisado with rice and beans, and like all the wrestlers would be there chilling.
Mira Taurus.
No, like, literally, like, they'd all be just sitting there. We all just be watching. So it'd be funny because people would be inside my house, people would be in my backyard. We all just be chilling, laughing, watching wrestling, and to the point where my entire wall started growing. So my mom was.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, but think all my hallway. So
I only have to.
we'll make sure that one grows. But
we need to make it grow.
Basically, it was just such a crazy moment. Like, it was just like, oh shit, like, this is pretty cool. Like, I'm in my house, relaxing, having a good time. We're recording, and Ishan and Victor would come up with some of the craziest names, like, and I'd be like, oh my god, like, this is genius, like, this is crazy, and like Poco Ya Veo, Dame la mano, like little things like that, and I'd be like,
que me da la gana,
son of the Grinch. So I just remember, like, all those things were like it was just fun, like, and then what's it called? it just revived me. It kind of made me like, hey, like we're having fun, we're having a good time, we're at my house. My mom, who was really never into wrestling,
she's into wrestling now.
Now she's into wrestling. Honestly, if it wasn't for Maniacs doing the tapings at my house, I think that actually brought me and my mom closer, because she let me do the entire hallway. I'm talking about like I'll send a picture. Like I have Dagas tights, I have Bestias tights, I have the original, and thank you to Damian for this gift. The original Latino World Order tights that he wore with Eddie, that he wore in Japan and in WCW with Eddie Guerrero.
Yo,
so when he gifted me those, I was like, oh shit, like that's crazy.
That's an emotional moment, right?
Then
there.
I also have ASF's tights, like his trunks there. Like I have so many different like what's it called, like shadow boxes, and then like I have all my masks right there, and like literally ring worn or if not autographed. And
here's a personal question. Me talking because of the masks. Did you do it like I do it, like a straight up thumbtack, or did you nail them?
No, I have them all on mannequin masks.
Damn.
Like I literally went and built shelves just for them, and I had them all like that on mannequins.
Oh, wow.
So it was just one of those, like I was like, oh shit, like I'm gonna make sure like it looks real nice, because all the wrestlers at that time
were
going
right
in and out. So every single time one would come back like, oh, you don't have one of my masks.
Here.
And then Brillante was like, oh, here. Then from there, like other wrestlers would be like, some of them would donate me their mask. And then I remember Taurus, I had told Ishan, that's my goal, because we already had filmed 2 times with Taurus in my backyard. I was like, I want his mask. That's my goal. We're done filming. We're all joking around. We're there inside eating tamales at the time.
Oh, tamales.
And Ishan's like, hey, come to the backyard. Yeah, whatever. Right? Like, cool. I go to the backyard, and then I'm passing Taurus. And he's like, ahí se lo dejé, compadre. And I was like, oh, okay. Like
okay, está bueno.
I'm like, what did he leave me, right? So I go outside, and he's like, here. And he gifted me a ring-worn mask, the same mask that he wrestled in my backyard.
Damn.
So,
I won't lie, the first time I ever... this one, I got it when I was a little kid. The black one right there. That one right there, that one was literally the first night I ever had Tormenta come over to my house.
Oh, wow.
I'm not going to say names, but that was the first time. He's like...
Tormenta's a cool dude. He's a really cool dude.
He's badass.
I have a couple of his masks.
I've trained with him a few times. By a few times, I mean only one time. But I want to start training again with him. He literally pulled up. He's like, hey, what's up, bro? What's up? We were supposed to film something together. I think it was supposed to be a challenge, but then we realized, how is he going to eat it? So we just scrapped that whole thing.
We're like,
we're not going to do it. How are you supposed to eat it without taking off your mask? So he's like, yeah, that's right. And then he goes like, "Está bueno, bro, then I'm taking off. I got to go see my friend," which is Ashley at this time. And he's like, I got to go see Ashley. I'm like, yeah, go for it, bro. One thing he said, they're like, oh, ten way. He gives me like 2 of the stickers that are on that wall. And he's like, oh, ten way. And I just grab it. I'm like, are you serious? Like, this was the first time I've ever gotten a mask. And then ring worn, because that one was ring worn. And he's like, yeah, bring me a Sharpie. Pues está bueno. I'm not going to say no to a Sharpie. Shit, if you sign it, you sign it. Speaking of signing, I need you to sign this shirt. I got to get it right now. I'm getting everybody on the podcast to sign this shirt.
So then I'm going to jump into something. So basically, like, that was just so much fun. And then from there, we jumped into doing the shows in person and everything like that. We continued. And it was a success. Like, and I'm really happy that Ishan at the age of 22 is doing stuff that, like, I can't believe it. I'm 30 years old, and I'm like, damn, like, he has such a bright future. Like, I don't know when I'm gonna hang up, like, the booking. You never know. Maybe in about a year or 2, I might just be like, hey, you know what?
I'm done. Pretty much.
But the way Full Blown's blowing up right now, like, it's a blessing also, because he's helping me out. He's promoting me. I'm promoting him. At the end of the day, I have nothing but love for Lucha Maniacs, because that's what brought back my love for pro wrestling, and like actually continue booking. So we're there booking and everything like that. And I remember I sat down with them and I told him, yo, I'm going to step away. I'm going to do my own stuff. Is it cool? Any other promoter I would have known at the time would have probably been like, why? Like, oh, what's wrong with you?
Screw you.
Nah, screw you.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, like, that's so awesome. Like he had nothing but positive things. And
yeah, Sean.
Dude, shout out to Sean. Like, honestly, like, one of the most humblest dudes ever, dude. Like,
honestly,
like,
man.
There's times where, like, we would fight, like, brothers and stuff like that. And, like, or if not, like, and that's what I've noticed. The roster, the Lucha Maniacs roster.
It's more of a family.
It's a family. Because we had the posada, actually, at my house.
Mm-hmm.
And me and Ishan, did the typical posada thing. We gave a bunch of prizes. We had a bunch of prizes, and we're like raffle ticket. What we're playing? We're playing loteria. And somebody won a bottle. Somebody won a mask. Somebody won a little speaker. Somebody won some Bluetooth headphones. We're just like going all out. Like we're just joking around. We're all just having a good time. Like that's some of the like it was some of the funnest moments of my.
I won't lie. I don't know if you're subscribed to my channel or not. Last morning. Yesterday morning, I posted a video on my channel, which is the recent vlog I have. And then an hour later, I posted a video of me saying I'm done. The name of the video is named "Thank You to the Real Ones" and a sad emoji. And it's a 3-minute video of me talking, saying I'm done with YouTube, I'm done with music, I'm done doing podcasts, I need a break. If it wasn't for 7 people who DM'd me, telling me, one of them who actually told me I'm gonna slap you when I see you. Please don't. I'll see you Friday. Please don't. I'll see you Friday. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't even be filming right now.
Oh wow, man.
Because I was straight up done. I have it ready for Friday. I'm recording Friday. Talking about Friday, you have events coming up. Talk to us about that.
I have events coming up, so basically to continue where we left off is basically Sean gave me the whatever you need. And that's when my little child grew, full-blown pro wrestling. So I was with some of my brothers, because we've known each other for like 12, 13 years. Mm-hmm. With John Guevara and Edgar Flores, and we're just shooting the shit and joking around. Mm-hmm. And I had the original name for the wrestling company, and everybody was like, "Oh my god, if you name it, no one's gonna take your ass serious, bro."
What was it? I gotta know. What was the original name of Full Blown Pro Wrestling?
Fat Boy Pro Wrestling. And it was gonna be a little panda for the what's it called, for the logo. Like it was gonna be like a wrestling lucha panda.
Hey, they would have called you the Sammy Guevara of wrestling.
Dude, Sammy's super cool. I met him multiple times. Really cool.
Make it possible to bring him back to Laredo, please. I gotta meet him.
That AEW contract, man.
I gotta get him on a Hector Espinosa vlog.
I'll be sick.
That'll be dope.
So
vlog.
So in my head, I was like, Fat Boy Pro Wrestling. Oh, and I was so about it. Then we're just joking around. We're doing a carne. Typical Laredo, of course. The good ideas come with the carne.
And beer.
So we start joking around, and then he's like, "Oh, well, I like the letters FBPW because it rolls off the tongue. FBPW, FBPW, FBPW." So we start joking around about it, and then I was like, "Damn, it's unique because it's not a 3-letter. There's so many 3-letter companies that, like, if you have a 4-letter company, it throws you off a little bit separate." So I was like, "Okay." So then he tells me, "Why not full blown?" And I was like, we started joking about it. Yeah. So then Edgar's like, "Why not full blown pro wrestling?" And I was like, "Full blown pro wrestling."
That actually, hearing the story actually gets you to think like, "Yo, that actually sounds good."
And again, that's I was like, "Damn, like that's not that bad." So then I slept on it. Then I was like, full blown pro wrestling. I was like, "Damn, like that sounds good." So then that's when I ended up doing what's called full blown pro wrestling, thanks to my friend. We've done already. Our first show was not that big of a success. It got me a little down, but a lot of guys reached out to me like, "Hey, don't worry, you had stiff competition." It was the day that there was like 4 different wrestling shows at one day. It was October 24th. There was like 4 different wrestling shows, and I had drawn about 30-40 people inside the Embassy Suites. That's when I was doing them at Embassy Suites.
Wasn't that like one of your close to one of your first shows?
That was my first show, actually. That was my first show with Full Blown, and it was the what's it called, Nightmare at the Embassy event.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, I was gonna go. I won't lie, I was gonna go. I just don't remember what happened that I didn't go.
It's because there's 4 other companies, and I think one of them had a big name. I'm trying to remember who.
I'm not gonna say names, but it wasn't one company. You know which one I'm talking about. Yeah.
So basically, at the end of the day, man, I was like, you know what, like it's whatever. The following month, I'm gonna bounce back, and that's the event that I did, living the dream. Because I was like, you know what, this is gonna be a either go big or go home type moment. I brought down Psicosis, Damian, Bestia, Mecha, Cuervo Puerto Rico, Trey Miguel was supposed to come down, but he got pulled by Impact because he had to go do a couple over there. But I was like, we'll work on a future date. We both spoke on Facebook. Then so I did the LWO reunion. I did Bestia and Mecca defending the NWA tag belts, but they were actually getting them fixed by NWA, so they weren't able to defend them. So they ended up defending our friends Gulf Coast Wrestling Alliance, which is a big company in Corpus, and I appreciate them also. Like, it's crazy how many friends you meet in the pro wrestling industry that are really cool.
Honestly,
like Gulf Coast Wrestling Alliance, really good friends of mine, Ben Galvan, Jeff Trevino, like those guys. For any little thing, they'd always welcome me over there. They'd welcome my ideas. There's times that they'd give me ideas and I'm like, shit, I need to run with it. Like, it's so good. So I've had really good experiences with so many good companies. Like right now, I have so many people reaching out to Full Blown, like, hey, let's work this, let's work that, to the point where I'm able to actually take Full Blown Pro Wrestling to Philadelphia in June 11 and 12 for Expo Lucha. They reached out to me, and I was like, you know what, like, let's go ahead and do it. So the Living the Dream show was a success. I got so many people packed into VSR. I think we had like 250 people in there, which was like, I was like, oh smack, like this thing is like super jam packed. I was like, I couldn't believe it, and it was a really good show, and I felt so happy. From there, we did the December one, which we ended up giving back to the community. I'm all about giving back to the community.
The toy drive, right?
The toy drives. I'm really about giving back to the community. If I can help a family out that's in need, or like any kids that like, hey, like I kind of like I don't have any good toys or anything like that. So we raised so many good toys for the kids. We gave them out here, and then I drove my vehicle to Nuevo Laredo with a bunch of toys, and we gave them out over there in Nuevo Laredo too.
Speaking about giving back to the community, you do have an event coming up on the 27th, right?
March 27th. So this little girl's battling leukemia. Her name is Stella June. It's pretty much, she's a 6-month-old child, battling leukemia. I could only imagine what the family's going through mentally. I mean, and Ben, like her father Ben is such a cool dude. Like, I only met him twice over the phone, and he rubbed me such a good way. Like, he's such a positive guy. He starts telling me, oh, I remember Andre the Giant. He starts talking to me about old school wrestling, how he loved it. He was just such a positive, like over the phone, that I was like, damn, like I really want to go all out with this event. So there's actually 2 events. The original event was supposed to be March 27th, but it got moved to May 1st because it's going to be like a Jamaica.
Okay.
There's going to be booths. There's going to be food. There's going to be live wrestling. It's going to be a big show, but it got moved to May 1st. So I was like, you know what? Like, if I can help out a separate way.
A separate event.
Like with the separate event to help raise even more, I would love that. So basically, we ended up coming up with it on the fly, and we had so many people already reach out to us like, hey, like, we're here to help, man, whatever we can. So March 27th, just go check us out, guys. It's for a really good event. In case you guys can't show up, you guys can always go ahead and donate through Cash App, or if not, through Facebook. All proceeds, every single dime is going to them.
I'll go ahead and link the Full Blown Pro Wrestling Facebook page and the link in the description below on YouTube and on Spotify. If you guys want to go ahead and donate, go ahead and, if you're from Laredo and want to go ahead and go check it out, go ahead and check it out. It's about what, $10-15 to enter?
It's $10, but at the end of the day, like, if you show up and like, hey, I only got like $5, $6, $7, $8, at the end of the day, we're gonna let people in. We're trying to get the $10 per person to maximize and give the family as much as we can. But at the end of the day, like, this is for the community. We're all trying to help out each other. Like, at the end of the day, when one of us goes down, like, we all need to help each other to raise
especially us in the wrestling world, where it's not all sunshine and rainbows like we make it seem. Like, me being a wrestler is myself, like, I might not wrestle as much anymore, but I'm still there whenever I can, like, to help out support. Like, recently I was just at an APW show. I was there. I even vlogged it and everything. I decided to go ahead and go support. That's what I like to do. I like to go support other businesses, even though that's where I pretty much came from. And slowly started drifting apart, going all to these other shows. People are pissed about it. I don't care. I'll still support anybody.
Yeah, so pretty much, man, the way that I see stuff till this day, I just love wrestling in general, man. Like, I support all independent wrestling here in Laredo also. Like, that's why I left a lot of my stuff there at VSR, like the lights, the curtains, or anything like that. At the end of the day, like, if any of those promotions use them, like, they use them, and at the end of the day, I just want all our products to look good.
Yeah.
So I have that show March 27th, and it's gonna be for a really good cause. And then I also have May 22nd. May 22nd, I decided to do something different.
Oh, this is a good one. This one's a good one. Before we continue with that one, Jesse Rivera says he wants to see somebody wrestle. Come on down March 27th.
March 12th. I have a show.
You got one on
12th? I have a show this Saturday too.
Come on, Jerry.
I have a show this Saturday too, guys. But it's because that's how focused I am on the 27th.
Yeah, it's understandable. It's for a very good cause.
Yeah. So, but I have one this Saturday also. Like, it's gonna be a really good show. Like, we have, one of the matches is one of my two favorite people that I'm like, oh man, like, and I'm not gonna say who because then all the other guys are gonna be like, oh wait, that's your favorite match, and I'm like, no.
Todos van a estar picados, really? You're paying me to wrestle, but you would rather see them? Come on.
So, May 22nd, I'm having something different. So boxing match.
I'm here reading. You're like, wait, what?
Boom. So, basically, at the end of the day, like, May 22nd, I'm doing something called Devil's Playground. The show is all lucha extremas, or if not, hardcore stipulations. So everyone's like, what the hell? Like, and that's something different because Laredo's never had just all extreme or hardcore matches. So
you can pretty much call it like it's like a little like deathmatch type tournament.
It's kind of like it. And I've got the idea because I've been going to too many GCW shows with ASF.
GCW is something else.
GCW, man. Like I think they're literally gonna be like the next big company. Like
HBO boxing.
No
es Canelo. But
no soy Canelo, pero
if it happens, it happens. Ya que?
That'll be cool. We did that in VSR, like boxing matches between all the promoters, and
you see Sean get in there, boom.
Hey, Sean, be quiet, but I like if give him a little bit of training, and he'll probably knock someone out.
Sean seems like the type of person that wouldn't get into a fight, but he's the first one in the fight. If you really think about it,
I think he'd be the first one to start it
after a few shots.
After like give him some motivation, and he'll probably start it.
He's talking shit about me. Boom! Boom.
Nah, dude, like so. And it's like at the end of the day, I got the same type of mentality from Maniacs to also Nails and Needles. I got on.
Thank you for the idea for that one match.
Ugh. Needles? Ugh.
You just see them go from one end to the other end. I know there's gonna be some skiers involved. You got one name in there that uses skiers all the time.
I'm actually gonna. So by the time this is like edited and dropped.
It comes out Monday.
Okay, so people are already gonna know by then. But for those that are on the TikTok right now, I wanted to wrestle. I want to do a ladder match. We're actually gonna have a ladder match at that show. We're gonna have tables, ladders, and chairs.
Yes.
Certain belts are gonna be hung from the ceiling, but I can't say which ones. And it's a very, very big company. So. Okay, so we got sidetracked. So one of the names that I'm gonna release tonight. Just I join you.
I dare you.
Oh snap!
Órale.
Ora.
All right.
So one of the matches that's gonna be released by then is gonna be Masada versus Aaron Mercer, in a Texas death match. Those of you that don't know who Aaron Mercer is, his name grew because of all the death matches he's done throughout Texas. He's probably one of the biggest death match guys here in Texas. So. Him versus Masada, who's literally a legend in it, that's gonna be a crazy match itself.
Having one of the best Texas deathmatch wrestlers in Texas and Masada,
who lives in Texas too now,
combined in the ring in a Texas deathmatch. Literally, it's in the name. That's some Devil's Playground type thing.
So I'm gonna drop it right now after the podcast, but the ones that actually are on TikTok got to see it first. So Masada versus Mercer. Man. That's a Rebel man. Nice. So pretty much that's gonna be pretty cool. Like that Texas death match is pretty sick. I signed up another name, Sadika. Sadika is literally the goddess of destruction. Like that girl went against Nick Gage. She went against so many big names that I'm like,
my respects to her, honestly,
like,
man.
Sadika's another level to that shit, bro.
I'll take her and lowrider. You'll understand this later. There's a little backstory to that. We filmed another episode with Gustavo. We were talking about wrestling crushes. I gave out mine and he gave out his, and his was Sadika. And I'm like, what about lowrider? I'll take her and lowrider. I'm like, all right then. We're making a flyer. We're making a whole big ass poster. We're gonna put the name of the video, timestamp it, make sure it gets taken a picture of so everybody can go see it.
So speaking of Gustavo, so
shout out to Gustavo.
Shout out to Gustavo. He messaged me. He's like, hey, like, I want to sponsor a match for Devil's Playground, and I'm like, what is it, Gustavo? So I'm already thinking like
Gustavo.
No, I'm thinking to myself, he's probably gonna be like, oh, Lucha Extreme, and I'm gonna be like, well, I already have that. And he's gonna be like, oh, TLC. I'm like, I already have that. I'm waiting to see what he's gonna say, and I'm just like, oh, let's see what he says. Then he's like, you know what, man? I want the fans bring weapons, and I'm like, oh, I was like,
that sounds nice.
I was like, that sounds good. I mean,
I'm gonna take my old beat up tripod and add needles to it. That's gonna hurt. Oh. Cameraman, toss!
It's all fun and games until you stab yourself by accident.
We don't want to talk about accidents and recording. I don't want to go back to that ROLL show where I fell backwards through the steps while recording.
What?
Yeah, I'm here concentrated on Decimus. Walking back. I look back, I'm like, alright, I'm like 5 feet away. By the time I knew it, my ass is filming the roof. It's all on video. That's the worst thing. There's 2 angles. My angle and someone else who recorded.
So I'm going to drop something since... I know he's going to hate this, but like I just love this moment because it was the best moment I've ever had in my life. So the camera guy that we had for Maniacs had to use the restroom. And Ishan's like, how hard can it be? I'm going to record.
The time Ishan fell.
So boom, he's recording, like getting badass angles and everything. And I'm like, hell yeah, Ishan, get it. We're all sitting down. I'm sitting down. The wrestlers are all sitting down. My mom's sitting literally right there with us, all watching. Then Ishan's walking. And we're like, yeah, it was like a big move. Boom. Ishan's gone. And we're like, and literally, I just see all the wrestlers, like, I'm looking at the ring, and I turn back and look at the wrestlers, and all the wrestlers were, like, looking down. The ref was looking down, and then you just see Sean, like, getting back up with the camera, and I'm just like, he just fell. Then, of course, we end up, because we would stream them there at my house, and we would upload them and put them there live. Yeah. So then, we put it, and he leaves that part in, and I'm just like... I'm like, you left it in? He's like, well, yeah, it was a high impact move. I was like, what you got? Bro,
it happened to me. But it happened to me that I fell back. Decimus quickly snapped in and started saying por pendejo. My dad jumps up and starts yelling por pendejo. And the whole entire time, I'm just focused on Decimus the whole entire damn time. If I find a clip, I'll send it to you.
So there's been a thing with my house. There isn't someone that hasn't fallen. Someone at least has to fall once in my house. And this not this time that we did Epi Burgers, but the previous one, we did Epi Burgers. What's it called? So I was delivering some, and I was leaving my house, and I remember my mom saying, "Te vas a caer," because I had literally had my sandals on, and I was like, "I'm not gonna fall, right?" Whatever.
Brujeria.
Dude, when your mom says "Te vas a caer," you better just stop and like start praying or something because shit's about to go down. Literally, I just take a step. George Wolf is waiting in his vehicle, like he's like, oh, he's waiting for his order. Mm-hmm. I don't know how, and I'm stepping on a flat surface. I trip. I do a tiger roll, which I literally just rolled. I threw myself forward. I had the burgers in my hand. Boom! I literally smashed all the burgers, dude, and I'm on the floor, all torcido, like full of dirt.
Te dije que te ibas a caer.
Then my mom's like, pues que soy yo? She goes outside. Oh! She calls the 2 wrestlers that were inside my house helping us. Se cayó Jerry! So they're coming. They're trying to pick me up. I'm like, all chueco. I'm all chueco, almost knocked out. And I just hear, God damn, son, what the hell happened to you? That was a good roll, and it was Wolf. He's getting out of the vehicle to help me too. So I'm like this. I'm like, it's gonna be like another 5 minutes till your burgers come out. And I'm like, I'll go back inside. I was like, fuck this shit. I was like,
5 more minutes.
So Aragon picks me up, and Epi Jr. picked me up. They're the ones that helped me out. Mm-hmm. They pick me up, and then they're like, Aragon comes running back outside with the burgers after 5 minutes and gives it to him. And he comes back inside, and I'm sitting on the couch like half dead, like, oh, fuck this, dude. Like,
you wanted to be a wrestler, huh?
Bro, that was like one of those, like, oh, it just happened so quick that I was just like...
Remind me to never go to your house.
Dude, there's so many potholes in that little driveway that I take.
Never go into your house. That's one thing for sure.
Dude, I feel like I don't have ankles. I legit feel like I don't have ankles because of how many times I've literally, like, rolled them so many times.
Yeah. So back to Devil's Playground.
Okay,
here.
so back to Devil's Playground.
What other matches do you have that you have already announced?
Damian 666 versus Epidemius in the Lucky 7 match.
How does that one roll?
Basically, the crowd's gonna have dollar bills, $5 bills, $20 bills. If you're a baller, $100 bills. So they're gonna have bills out. You have to staple your opponent 7 times in order to win.
Oh, so pretty much you gotta get the bill from the person.
Staple them. Yep.
Damn, is that why the
body,
stapler match was there? Damn.
The only way to win is you have to staple the other person 7 times.
Damn.
So that's gonna be like a hard match. There's not gonna be that many weapons, but
mostly a stapler.
Those staples, they're pretty long also, like from the staple gun. So especially with the impact, like let's say if he's hitting you and he staples you.
And then if he hits you at the same time, like,
yeah. That's gonna be a crazy match. Like, Damian pretty much was like, I'm game for whatever. Like shout out to Damian. One of the craziest guys out there.
What other stipulations for shows, like for this show, do you have that you have not announced that you're ready to announce?
I'm legit like, cause you know what's funny, I don't sleep till like 2-3 in the morning because I just sit there and I'm just watching wrestling on my TV like nonstop. It's literally on loops, and I'm just with a binder like coming up with ideas, coming up with matches.
Look, if you go into my subscriptions, I have this one channel I keep watching all the time.
What the hell? 2 girls with 1 cup? What's wrong with you?
Shh. That's some different stuff.
The Russian barefoot deathmatch. Oh shit. Oh.
We got it's Blake 0561. He's covered so many death matches. There's like this one, in the Speedo death match. We got the other one with a Christmas tree. We got the most recent. There was one that I just saw. Oh, like this one, firework up the ass death match.
Dude, Japan has some crazy death matches, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like Damian recently had wrestled. Y'all do like Extreme Rules? Yeah, pretty much. The Lucha Extrema is pretty much Extreme Rules. Yeah. So it's pretty much anything goes. Like, so Damian was wrestling.
I won't put it on TikTok, but can this go in?
No.
Oh, come on.
What are you talking about? That's a natural, like...
It's fans bring the weapons. It counts as a weapon.
Sir, you're going to end up getting barred from the location.
Easy. What if I just take this whole part off and just take that?
No.
And put it on a bat?
No.
Tape it to a bat?
No.
It's still fans bring the weapons.
What are you doing with the vibrator anyway?
You're trying to get me banned on TikTok for the 4th time? I've been banned. I couldn't go live on TikTok for like 3 times.
What did you do those 3 times? That's what I'm wondering.
The first one, someone reported me for hateful speech just because I said your dad should have pulled out. The second time, someone reported me because I told them that they shouldn't even be alive because they're ruining our Kahoot game. The third time it was because I was playing what was it? NWA F the Police. Literally, the song finishes and you just see banned. Can't go live till like 3 weeks later. I sent an appeal and none of them got approved. So I hope I don't get it banned forever after this one.
Nah, you shouldn't. You should be good. If you do that, I'll be.
Oh, I know who that is. Oh, okay.
I was about to say like.
I recognize who it is.
People's eyebrow. They're like, what the hell's going on?
It's The Rock. The Rock just sent me a DM.
So I've just seen, look, like right there, speaking of him, there's Masada.
Yeah, let me. I can't show y'all. There's too much blood.
Yeah.
TikTok
And
has
that's the reason why I'm doing the whole 18 and up, because and it's crazy. Like, I've had so many parents hit me up like, oh, it's because my son's like 5 or 6. Can I take him? I'm like, no.
Hell no.
Because then one of them actually got mad at me. And one of the parents had told me like, what do you mean? Like, it's my son. I should be able to take him. And I'm like, sir, you have to understand. Like, all these wrestlers are gonna go. All these wrestlers are gonna be running around. There's gonna be weapons flying around. What happens if all the wrestlers walking towards you guys and the crowd's moving back? The crowd's moving back, and then your kid's there.
Yeah.
So
it's like I told my parents. I told them straight up. I'm like, I need to know if you guys are gonna go to this show, because Friday I'm buying those tickets. I'm buying one front row for sure. I gotta know about them, because it's all on them. If not, I'm getting a ride. I'm going to that show. I ain't missing that show. But for sure, I'm taking one front row. And I need to know from them, hey, are you going to want to go or not? Because my mom has a bad knee.
So you know what's funny? It's just that Devil's Playground is so far away that everyone's telling me, like, oh, I'll get my tickets later on. Oh, I'll get my tickets later on. Oh, I'll get my tickets later on.
It's still good. It's
because a lot of those people see online that it shows, like only 10 have sold online, and it shows you all the available seats.
Mm-hmm.
I need to go back in this weekend and re-edit all of them, because I did sell a lot of physical tickets. I've sold probably about like 70.
And do you have them marked? Tickets. Do you have them marked?
Mm-hmm. Well, the ones that I sell physically, like physical tickets, they're open to whoever they want to go sit. Mm-hmm. The only ones that sold online, I am going to put their name on them, like, hey, this is your seat. This is what you chose.
If there's an area next to Gustavo, save it for me. Because our little thing, our little Desmadre crew, pretty much, we're going to be there. Expect chaos from all of us as well.
Oh, no, y'all should expect some chaos.
We are the Desmadre crew at the end of the day. And it is fans bring the weapons match. The fuck? I'll bring a broom if I have to.
He's like, you exposed me for falling down.
Me caí. Beep, beep, beep. Come out here. He's ready with some boxing gloves. Come on, did you want to box?
Hombre. But yeah, man, like, so pretty much just to summarize pretty much everything, some of the fun, like some of the most entertaining times I've had was when I was working with Maniacs. At the end of the day, dude, like, Ishan's vision is like,
it's big.
It's big, bro. Like, he's 22 years old and he's coming up with matches and stuff that I was having fun just listening. I was just like, damn, bro, like, that shit's crazy.
Yeah.
So that brought my passion back, and that's the reason why, like, I'm coming up with all these crazy stuff. Because it's like I told Ishan, I grew up more American wrestling. Mm-hmm. He grew up straight lucha.
Me. I grew up watching Mexican wrestling. I would watch WWE. I won't lie, I was a John Cena fan.
Me, like, it was like me. I was straight like American wrestling. It was just pretty much WWF, ECW, WCW, and that's talking about from when I was the age of 3 that I started watching wrestling all the way till now. So even to this day, like, I never had a year where I was like, oh, I don't watch wrestling. I was like, no, like, I watched it straight.
I won't lie, I do have my years where I didn't watch it. Like, recently, before 2018, nothing evolved. 2019 came around. Rudy opened the doors for me. Mm-hmm. Around 2019, he opened the doors for me. And that's when the little spark that had turned off lit back up. And now I don't even watch the WWE. I watch AEW. I'm watching...
That's what
I'm literally watching death matches every single night here in my room. You can literally hear me yell at night, like, oh my God, this man had a damn family. Like, you hear me yelling... At night, when Gustavo comes over, this is all we watch. Straight, like, just like that. I want to see that, though. I want to see that happen May 22nd.
So,
are y'all going to be cleaning the ring after your match, or are you leaving it, like, straight up like a death match tournament type thing?
So, the way that I want to do it is I was raised where the main event has all the spectacular items.
Okay.
Because if the way that I see it is, if you have glass every single match, it's gonna
get boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you just have the glass for one match, you're like, holy shit. Then not only just one match, but the amount of glass.
What I want to know, is it just a glass, like light tubes, or we're talking all types of glass?
All types of glass.
Panes of glass.
I'm talking about
light tubes.
What's it called? A car shield window. I'm talking about like stuff like that, like that last match. That's why I'm saving. That's why I'm telling when people walk in through the door like, oh, with their weapon, there's certain weapons I'm gonna allow in and there's certain I'm not gonna allow in. Reason being, at the end of the day, I just want everything glass for that last match because I want that one to be the fireworks show. I want that one to be the one that like everyone's like, holy fucking shit.
The
like,
one people talk about for like a week or two. So if I were to bring literally a rope, would it be allowed in?
A what?
A rope.
Yeah, ropes are allowed in. Why?
What about
like a cowboy rope or what?
like a straight up rope? What about this? It's literally a whip.
Yeah.
And it hurts. Like just literally slam it on yourself, but don't even slam yourself hard.
Fuck. Man down.
Otra vez pa abajo.
Nah, but dude, this shit.
That one's going in for the fans bring the weapons match.
Okay, this is.
I'm taking that and. Hey Gus, we need to work on our.
And you know what's funny? I haven't even decided who's gonna be in the final to take your weapons match.
Are you serious?
I haven't yet. I have an idea, but yeah, I think that would be the best option because that was gonna be.
We'll talk about this outside of it so I can have a more or less idea. So
I'll talk to you privately, and you're probably gonna be like.
So I can see what type of weapons I might have to build. So we can also tell Gustavo.
So
we can
there was one name that I wanted for Devil's Playground that I was like, oh, I want this name for Devil's Playground, and he's not gonna be able to. And I was just like, fuck, I really wanted this name.
Who's that? Don't tell me it was Nick Cage.
I reached out to Gage, but Gage couldn't because he's strictly contracted with GCW.
That would have sucked. That kind of sucks. I actually.
Well, not really, because at the end of the day, like Nick Gage, dude, is like on another level. Like
he's ultra violent, death match. I don't know. I don't even know what to call him at this point.
He's the god of this fucking shit. That's why they say that in the ring announcement. He's the god of this fucking shit.
Honestly.
So, I reached out to Atticus Cogar, the Silvertooth Satan. We were working it out. And he's like, it's because I have some bookings that day. And I'm just like,
we'll make it happen next year.
So
are you going to make that a tradition now where you're going to have at least once or twice a year? Or
biannual. 2 times a year.
A yearly thing?
2 times a year.
Do you have a more or less idea when you're making the other one?
Yes.
When? Get the crowd going. Get the people getting ready to buy their tickets.
The thing is, Ishan drilled it in my head. A show
At
in a junkyard.
Yeah,
and
he told me about it.
Man, like I would love to do that.
He
shit.
told me privately.
The sauna ones, I was like, fuck, man. He's like, man, like imagine doing a show in the junkyard. And at the end of the day, I was like, dude, like you should do that shit. Like I would want him to do it because I can only imagine the vision and the names he'd bring for Lucha Libre because there's so many good luchadores that do fucking extreme shit. Like
there is his name.
The date that I have is the 30th
of when?
October.
Oh no! Do you have a time?
Not the time, but I want to do it kind of close to where it's dark.
So like around same
like
time?
around 7 or 8 o'clock. I want to do it October 30th, and I want to call it that one because I want to do Devil's Playground every single
year,
every single May.
Mm-hmm.
So then that gives me time to start planning October, and then the October one I want to call it. What's it called? What was the name that I came up with?
I would have literally thought Death in Laredo was straight up. I would have thought of that. Or Laredo Death.
It was a name. I'll release it soon. I'll tell you about it. It's because there's a name that I wrote down and I was just like, oh shit, like this sounds so cool. It was originally gonna be that was gonna be the name for this event.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe I forgot it.
If it sounds that good that you forgot it, that means it's gotta be good.
No, it was good. It was to the point where like what's it called? One of my friends even told me, he's like, you should just make a T-shirt that has that on it. And I was like, fuck.
Speaking of T-shirts, are you making any T-shirts for this event?
Yes, we're gonna have the ECW blade, like tribute shirt. Mm-hmm. It's like where it's like a razor blade with the blood dripping, and it says FBPW.
That's the only shirt. Are you making any difference? Or
I want to do a couple of them. I'm gonna do like this. Pretty much, it's like with barbed wire in the middle.
Okay.
There's gonna be a couple shirts that I'm gonna come up with. I've always been like real into like the streetwear game. Like I used to work back in the day with other companies, and I want to start doing that where it's like I produce more clothing and stuff like that, like caps, stuff like that. Like
the merch. Awesome. Well, for sure. So we'll be there.
There's also a limited edition ticket that's only available online. It's $35, and that one is the VIP ticket.
Okay.
So it's a special section. Plus, you get a raffle ticket. The raffle ticket is for what's that thing called? A kendo stick signed by every single person that's wrestling that day at Devil's Playground.
Is there any way other people there at the show could buy a ticket, or is it just specific?
We're gonna have raffle tickets, but I want to make sure that the people that buy the VIP seat get
it for sure.
Get one guaranteed, because I'm gonna have 4 kendo sticks.
Okay.
One's gonna be for the general public, and then one's gonna be for the VIP. The VIPs are literally only 16 seats, so you have a 1 in 16 chance of winning.
Yeah.
So you have a way better chance of winning the seat, the kendo stick.
Yeah.
And if in case I don't do a kendo stick, I'll probably do a chair or something for the general public, and it'll probably be $2 a ticket, so somebody has a chance of winning a really big prize.
Yeah. It's not. I could already imagine if I were to win it, where the hell am I supposed to put that at?
You could literally just put 2 nails sticking out, and then you can just hang it like that, going sideways.
Or I can literally nail it to the roof. I'm standing right in front of it. Boom!
You could put it right there in the little arch.
Yeah. Imagine you're just standing there and
oh, dude,
I got hit by Devil's Playground.
No, I remember because at first I never had any of my masks with the double-sided tape, and literally the mannequins would fall off and hit me every time I passed by the hallway, and I was like, fuck, But this show, man, literally, I'm going all in on this show. It's the first of a kind. Weapons alone were close to $3,000.
Damn, this is gonna be an expensive show, isn't it?
The show right now it's training to be close to about 8 G's, 9 G's.
Damn, is this your most expensive show you've done, or is this nothing compared to any other show?
My very first show was my most expensive one, that to the point where I was the one that I did in Casablanca, because it was Casablanca, it was Penta, Phoenix, and that one was close to about 12,000.
Do you think maybe this one's gonna break the record?
Crowd wise, no, because I limited to 200. Could I have sold more than 200? And if I would have done all ages, yeah, of course I could have. But I want to make this a special event to the point where 18-year-olds, 18 or higher, can be they don't have to worry about keeping it PG. This is gonna be the most raw fucking shit ever, dude.
Mom, Dad, you're not going.
I hired a special ring announcer, which is for my friends from heavy metal. Where this guy, I don't know if you recently saw one of their recent heavy metal shows, where the guy will tell you, he's you need to move the fuck out the fucking way.
Yes.
He tells the crowd how it is. He's if you see these motherfuckers coming at you, you better fucking move. We are not going to be responsible for any of your shit. You will need to fucking... he tells the crowd like that. And
if the light tube breaks on you, it breaks on you.
Yeah, he tells you, he's like, hey, if you're in the way and you get hit by a light tube, that's your fucking shit.
You better learn it. You better know how to sell it.
You better fucking have some insurance on that shit.
They try to give you a lot. You should make people sign a waiver on the way in just in case.
No, at the end of the day, we're going to be safe. And pretty much the glasses are going to be in the last match. In the last match, that's when we're going to actually announce it before. We're going to get in the ring room hey, this is the main event. There's going to be glass. It's going to be fucking mayhem. If you're not prepared for this, please move to the back. Please move to the back and shield your eyes. I forgot who it was. Somebody told me you should just bump the $3-4 more and include goggles. So I was gonna give seat. I was gonna give
you this idea. At least do it for the front row, especially front row. Because you got the people in the front row and the VIP section.
Well, that's why, if you know how VSR is, those two little, small, it's only three rows over here, 2 rows over here. I kind of wanted to black those out and only give them to crowd, to people that I know for a fact, they know, what's going to fucking happen.
If I'm buying my front row ticket, if you decide to do that, you can put me in that section. You can put Gus in that section.
Because even the entrance, everything is going to be really different. It's going to be such a different vibe to the point where you're gonna be able to walk in and be holy shit, this is crazy.
This is in VSR. That's what happened to me. I'm not going to lie. That happened to me on the 27th of February with Ojalá Se Llene. I walked in. I'm where the fuck? I actually said, where the fuck am I? I told Angie, the one who was there in the entrance. I'm where the fuck am I? You're at VSR. I'm no, I'm not. Yes, you are. And then I turn and I'm oh, Premiere. I see the little Premiere thing on the roof. I'm oh, I'm in VSR. It didn't feel like VSR.
Dude, so Devil's Playground, there is going to be no curtains. There is going to be no second ring. It's going to be all open floor. The dressing room and the entrance is going to be completely separate too. It's going to be a different...
Damn, so we're talking that the arena is going to actually be big.
No, it's going to be wide. I wanted to make it so much space to the point where people couldn't be able to move and
jump out of the way.
Get the fuck out the way.
Damn. This is gonna be a good show.
It's gonna be about 7 to 8 matches, and you'd be surprised how many people hit me up saying like, "I want to fucking go hardcore." Like they're like, "I want to fucking bleed. I want to go all out. Book me for this match. Book me for the show." And I'm like, "Fuck, man!" Like, there are so many good names that I wish. It's because the way that Ishan taught me was you book. Because like when I started seeing the way he booked, I was like, "Oh, that's smart." He books 3 months ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So for 3 months, he already knows what names are coming, and then he'll organize shit. So that's pretty much what like.
So he just books, and then works it out.
Like right now, when I released the Gringo Loco, like I already knew Gringo Loco was coming down, so I already knew all that stuff. I already had the flyer made. I already had everything. And shout out to Victor. Victor's one of my.
Okay, here's a question I have for you. Do you have any backups in case, like, let's suppose one of those wrestlers, for whatever reason, can't make it due to car troubles, or ends up in the hospital from a match the night before? Do you have any like backup solutions in case something were to happen there in Devil's Playground before?
There's
no tenemos que subir yo y Gustavo.
there's one name that I booked that if I bring, people are gonna be like, "What the fuck?" And if he does end up coming, I have no match for him. So if something were to happen, I'm gonna fill him in that match. If not, I'm gonna make it a certain match, a triple threat, and everyone's gonna be like, "Holy shit!" Like,
watch it be the main event, because you're showing that face like a
no. The main event it's already a singles match. It's a lucha extrema between two names that I know will be really, really good.
When are you releasing those names? You don't have to release them here, if you don't want to, but when are you releasing them?
All I'm gonna say is this. So I want you to go back and look at all your matches at Lucha Maniacs. These two wrestlers have faced each other in a triple threat match in a Lucha Maniac show that was supposed to be a singles match but was not able to be a singles match. And now they're both going to be able to face each other one-on-one.
Was it at a recent show or was it like towards the beginning?
Just look at all the matches. If you look at all the matches, you'll be like, okay.
I know who pretty much, right? Like the pretty much type thing. Like watch it and you're like, oh.
If you watch it and you see the match and you're going to be like, okay, like these two are like, this would be a really good singles match. It's probably that match.
Also, this was more of a personal question for me to you. Is ASF booked in this show? That's all I want to know. Is he booked in this show for Devil's Playground?
Well, I think I can release this match. This match is something that sits in the heart. So pretty much, I have a certain match that's not going to be any weapons.
Just a regular one-on-one.
Just a fucking crazy. So I'm going to do a lucha libre scramble. Or all shit, like, it's super libre. So, like, if they get thrown into the chairs, if they get fucking, like, if they go fucking, like, go slam each other on the floor, like, they can do whatever the fuck they want. It's super libre.
So, it's literally like a backyard type match.
No, it's more like kind of like a false count anywhere, but you have to do it in the ring. Like, they can literally go hit each other, smack each other. There's no 1, 2, like.
Damn, what's the way to win? You pretty much knock them out?
No, like, you can pin someone in the ring, but the thing is, like, you have to pin them in the ring. But it's super. It's super libre.
It's a false count anywhere, but in the ring is where you got to pin.
Nah, it's because super libre is kind of hard to explain. Like, Decimus is the one that brought me into the whole super libre thing. Super libre basically means like anything goes. Like, if they want to use a chair, they can use a chair. If they wanna throw down in the outside, they can throw down in the outside. At the end of the day, they can do whatever they want. Damn. So it's pretty much like. Not a hardcore match, but it could be a hardcore match. But it's a lucha libre spectacular. Like, it's gonna be nothing but like fast paced, like dives, everything. It's gonna be fucking crazy.
Do you have any names that you're willing to give out right now for that match? How many wrestlers is it gonna be?
About 5.
And what was that first name?
ASF.
Damn. ASF is good. Seen his stuff in GCW.
So one thing that I'm really about is pushing my locals. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, I want to help build Laredo. So, like with Maniacs, they push a lot of their in-house luchadores. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty much what I want to do here. That's why I always try pushing my local guys. So like even for like my WrestleMania show that I'm doing with Mecha Wolf and with Dark Arts Entertainment, it's basically called Ghouls Night Out. It's like a little taste of what that type of style is.
Okay.
So that's what I'm gonna go. Like I'm gonna experience it. So for that show, we have Decimus, Cuervo, George Wolf is driving up there. Who else?
You got Huicho going up there as well, no?
ASF is gonna be up there too. We're gonna have a bunch of my local guys. Like I want to make sure it's WrestleMania weekend. Like One True Brand's going up there too. I want to make sure to push as many as Aragon's gonna be up there too. I want to push as many as my as my in-house guys as I can. Because what would the point be of like doing a WrestleMania show if you can't even promote your own in-house guys? Like
honestly.
So that's why like I'm kind of happy. Like you know what, like they get to experience the same thing I get to. Like it's my first WrestleMania actually booking, and they get to experience it.
Are you going to WrestleMania, or like I know you have your shows there for WrestleMania weekend, but are you gonna be going to WrestleMania or
the actual show? No. So I experienced Mania already in Dallas, Texas. The first time they went WrestleMania 32. This is gonna be more, and I learned the first time when I went. You have more fun in the independent shows than you do in the actual WrestleMania.
Really?
So the very first one I went to, I remember going, and it was the WrestleCon show, and they ended up showing Marty Scurll versus Will Ospreay before anybody knew what they were, like how good they were. Like, well, at least maybe myself and like a couple of the Texas people, because some of them were like, "Who are you? Who are you?" And a lot of the United Kingdom guys were just chanting because like there's so many fans from different places. They were chanting nonstop, and they killed that show. I was just like, then not even like 4 months later, they start promoting a lot of Marty Scurll and a lot of Will Ospreay, a lot of New Japan. It's like, oh shit! Like,
just look at Huicho. Just straight up look at Huicho. Way, back then I knew who he was, but I didn't know who he was. It was back when he was still Indie Star. I still didn't even know he was gonna be ASF, and then a few months later he loses his mask, or wait, I think he lost his mask. I really can't recall, but I just remember then all of a sudden I'm like, who's ASF? Keep hearing all these names.
I don't think he lost his mask.
I just kept on hearing this whole thing like ASF. So I'm like, who's ASF? One thing led to the other. I searched him up on YouTube, started watching what he was doing, and then look at him now. He's already in GCW. Who knows? Maybe by the time we know it, maybe AEW bound. Who knows?
Honestly, the sky's the limit, man. Like, there's so much talent here in Laredo, and then the good thing is his work ethic is not like any other man. So that's what I want to see. I want to see names from Laredo make it to the big stage. So as any way that I can help, like I'm down to help, like with all of our local guys. Like when Woody, I don't know why I said that.
Shout out to Woody. You mentioned him.
When Jonathan Lopez wrestled Cuervo de Puerto Rico, it was one of those, like, I was just sitting there and I was just enjoying it. Because I was like, I literally left the back, sat down in the front, and I'm just there watching the match and I'm enjoying it because I'm like, damn, like.
That's one of your locals.
That's one of our locals going up against somebody getting tested, and he did amazing.
Just look recently, February 27th.
The Canadian on the fucking television that day, I was like, he gave Cuervo Puerto Rico a Canadian on the television and it cracked. I was like it was such a good show.
Just look at February 27th.
Then February 27th, like he wrestled.
He first started with Tilín, and then all of a sudden Taurus comes out. You're like, I saw him there, but
that's a name. Like, there's just so many local names that I'm just like, damn. Like, there's so many good local names that I'm just like I'm really high on right now. You got young talent like Icaro. You got Jesse Garza, Raxo. You got Decimus, Cuervo, Jonathan Lopez. There's just Aragon's been doing really good also. Like, you got so many Ilusión. You got so many good names here locally in Laredo that at the end of the day, support them, whether it be with my company, whether it be with Maniacs, whether it be with APW, whether it be any company. As long as you see that these wrestlers are wrestling at, go support them, because you never know when they're gonna make it or when it might just be their next like big break.
Yeah, like honestly, people say like, "What do you even take?" Like, I've had people tell me when I posted pictures, like, "What do you take pictures with them?" I'm like, just look. If you look in the top corner, where the extreme picture is at, the picture of me and the picture of Extreme Warrior and Ecstasies.
Yeah.
There's Estrellita. Next to her, there's a picture of Jasmine. Now that she's in AEW, and then before AEW. I want to be able to have a picture before and after. That's already one complete right there.
Yeah.
Before and after. Huichos, I have one. Oh, I didn't think I printed it out. I have one before, and I'm gonna get one now that he's in GC Dub.
Yeah.
I can pretty much take those down and put them somewhere else. be like the collection, the before and after thing. It's pretty much the collection is there growing little by little, which is not bad. I got some names: Hombre Sin Miedo, Lemus, Kendor, obviously Estrellita. We got Porky, Super Porky. We got a whole bunch of different names in there.
Dude, that's why, like, if just pretty much support your locals. You never know exactly who's gonna make it or if not. Like,
saludos from Silva. Oh, I think that's Joey, right?
Silva Hal?
Joey. Joey, it's Joey. DJ Joey, yeah, Joey.
Hey, Joey. I was talking about Arena Lerma.
Shout out to DJ Lowy. DJ Lowy.
Lowy?
DJ Lowy.
Lerma Lowy.
Lerma Lowy.
No, but pretty much, man, like, he's another person that's kept it real with me. Also, is Joey. Like, he badgers me on, and I'm sorry, Joey, that I haven't sent you the music yet. So he'll be like, hey, I need the match card. I need the
music.
he's like, I'm working your music. I need you to do the match card. And I'm like, okay. And then finally, like, I'll be like, it's because with this company, like, I'm literally doing everything on my own that, like, I start sidetracking myself.
Mm-hmm.
I have, like, the squirrel syndrome. That's what I like to call it. Like, when you're working on something and then you're like, oh, look, here. Then,
yeah.
Oh, wait. Then I have to come back over here. So then.
That happens to me. I won't lie. Right now, if I'm going to finish this, I start editing it. I'll probably be like, reply. Like, I have to reply to a ton of messages right now. I got 3 messages from this person, and I got like 15 others from a group chat, and I got like 3 others from a different friend.
Then I saw Joey already sent you the text message. You better answer me or not, or else. So.
Fue la tóxica. No, that's not la tóxica. That's my friend.
No. I figured Joey was your tóxica.
Oh, no. No, Joey no me pega. Ese is Sean. I mean, what? I'll text you later.
This romantic moment was brought to you by
Full Blown Pro Wrestling.
Full Blown Pro Wrestling.
Like and subscribe. Well, anyways, so it's gonna be
a fun show, man. At the end of the day, like, and make sure to also support what's it called, Lucha-Maniacs. It's a dream that Ishan had, like, to do WrestleMania weekend. It's a dream that I had, and we're both being able to complete both our dreams. He's doing a show, I'm doing a show. Like, you never know, man. Like, at the end of the day, tell Jerry to talk about FBPW and Expo Lucha.
You touched that subject, didn't you?
Sir, you're late to the party, sir. You have no rights.
We're about to literally finish the episode here. You're already...
Yeah, we're already an hour and 7 minutes in, sir.
You're late.
We actually talked about all the matches and everything at the house, at my house and at your house, the beginning of
Arena Lerma
and Arena Cadena.
Yo, that I won't lie. When I found out you were supposedly related to me, I'm like, I'm here thinking of someone with the last name Cadena, and I never clicked in. There's Joey. There's Jaime.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole bunch of, you know, I'm only saying those 2 cousins because there's a whole bunch of lists.
No, there's a lot of cadenas.
Yeah.
So don't be trying to use your royalties now, trying to get free tickets and stuff, sir.
Hey, primo, pasame un free ticket.
No, you know what's funny? Like, none of my cousins ask me for it. Like, they all tell me, like, oh, when's your show? Like, I'll go pay, and like, when they get to the door, like, I'll give them tickets. Like, no, here, like, come in for free. Like, I'm not
I know for a fact I'm paying you Friday, and you better not be like, no, I'm paying it. Fuck that, I'm paying it.
Ya dijo. Ya le cayó el Steamy. Ah, no, ya le cayó el income.
El income tax.
El Lincoln.
No, as a matter of fact, speaking
Joey,
of income, I need to get...
Joey, ya comenzó Joey con su tóxica. Perdón.
That's not what you were selling me last night.
Oh, you mean Saturday? Oh.
We don't talk about Saturday.
Or do you mean this Saturday, March 12th? Full Blown Pro Wrestling presents No Chance with Luck, live at the VSR Arena.
Buy your tickets now at eventbrite.com. Wait, is that the website you use?
Yeah, I use Eventbrite.
Okay, I was just making sure.
No, yeah, like I just started like basically using Eventbrite. Dude, like that's I'm so excited for WrestleMania because like so many companies that I know are doing shows, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to that show. I'm gonna go watch this show. Like I literally have like a list of like 8 or 9 companies that I want to go see.
Damn.
And I'm like, damn, like I'm excited for WrestleMania, and of course I'm taking like Toxica Joey. Joey's gonna be up there with us.
Question. Are you gonna be? How many companies just from Laredo are gonna be there besides you and LWA?
Well, LWA is
besides LWA, yeah.
So it's LWA, APW, Lucha Maniacs, and Full Blown. Pretty much just those 4 wrestling companies that are gonna be up there.
Hey, for those of you other companies that aren't doing anything for Mania weekend, can y'all make a show here, please? We need some wrestling action.
That would be pretty cool. Like,
because we don't. There's no shows booked for that month.
Like, if they were to all get together and do like that would be like a pretty cool idea. Doing like
who's APW?
Sir, we support independent wrestling. Wrestling.
But APW.
Where you wrestle?
Wrestled.
Oh, ya te corrieron?
No, I quit.
Oh.
I just haven't told them yet. I'll support the show. I just won't wrestle. I'll literally wrestle in any other company. I got tricked into wrestling with APW by accident a few weeks ago.
Oh, I went to that show, I think.
That day. The day I asked you about Devil's Playground.
You got your ass whipped. You got your ass whipped.
Hey, speaking of that, I'm going to tell you a story that I've been telling everybody.
This one time in band camp? Like that?
No. Okay. I was never in band.
Wait, Rebel Kid in FBPW? Who the fuck is Rebel Kid?
That motherfucker on the wall? That motherfucker on the wall? Honestly, what happened to me on that day...
How come Rebel's misspelled?
That was the original writing.
I'm messing with you.
I'm gonna just say this.
Oh, I love how Ashley's laughing. It's like, who the fuck is Rebel Kid?
I'm gonna be straight up with you with this one. That was the original writing from the person who gave me the name. Oh. I changed it to the regular version of it, which is pretty fucked up. Shout out to that person, but right now I hate you.
Ishan.
No, I'm yelling it on Friday again. On Friday, I'm like, that day on the 27th, I'm like, I love you, Ishan. You're my role model. I had like 10 people turn and look at me like if I were gay.
No, at the Maniac show, I screamed it out loud, joking around, but I think nobody really heard. And Ishan was at the door, and he was on his little radio, like doing like his little what's it called, thing. And I'm just like, Ishan, because like Joey was calling him, but then Joey turned around, and started talking to Mambo, and I'm like, Ishan, that's Monico.
Oh, I heard it.
So then he turns and he's like,
thanks for the idea. And then since I have the whole megaphone, I'm taking it. Oh, by the way, Ashley, we're chanting your name, by the way.
Oh, look. Joey, ponte a bake. That's not a bad idea. I actually would like some sweets because
with Unique Cupcakes.
Unique Cupcakes.
Shout out to Unique Cupcakes. You guys can go ahead and check them out all over the social medias. You want to go ahead and spread out their social medias, you guys can go ahead and follow them on Snapchat under, I need to see it because I can't see. Under UCupcakes956, on Facebook under Unique Cupcakes, and Instagram under Unique Cupcakes956, or shoot them a message at 956. I need the number. 956-775-5604 or 956-771-8233.
You know what? Cupcakes. Let's go ahead and do a quick commercial real quick. Hold on. Check this out. Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever had an orgasm in your mouth? Well, with Unique Cupcakes, you will feel a satisfaction you never felt before. Dial us right now at 956-775-5604 or 956-771-8233. Because Ashley, she's got the magic touch. Follow us on Unique Cupcakes at Facebook, Unique Cupcakes 956 on Instagram, and UCupcakes 956 on Snapchat. What's holding you back from experiencing the best cupcakes you've ever had?
Thank you. I'm gonna actually split it and I'm gonna put it for every video now.
I know, right? Like
every video is gonna have it. I already have a little commercial video, so we're just gonna go ahead and pop that in there.
Thanks for calling back. Oh, they just telling me. I was like, bitch, you haven't called me all day.
The phone hasn't even rung once. Meanwhile, I got like 30 different messages from.
Dude, like you've had literally like 50 messages just from Joey. Cling, cling, cling. Joey.
First, it's the group chat.
And he's doing the C-O-N, like contestame, like all the way.
First, I got the message from my cousin. Then I get the message from Joey. Then the group chat. then Ashley, then the group chat, then the group chat, the group chat, my other cousin, the group chat, Ashley.
And I sent one in just because I saw everybody was messaging, so I wanted to message him too.
And then I got a Facebook notification. I got a friend request from Facebook. I got a YouTube notification. You know what I mean?
You see, look what I'm telling you. Look what he says.
LOL.
No,
Oops,
no, him.
Do you have the songs, Jerry? And then I got TikTok, and the weather. What other notifications am I about to get that I
The weather tomorrow will be chilly.
It says it's 57 outside right now.
Ain't no fucking 57. Well, then again, I'm a fluffy, so.
Yeah. I'm sweating in here.
Nah, I am sweating also.
I'm wearing a sweater as well.
You know why I'm sweating? Because I'm feeling the heat from this podcast.
No, because I'm feeling the heat from May 22nd at the VSR Arena, Devil's Playground.
May 22nd, you will experience something like never before. Cavazos Automotive Spa and CCF Tactical presents Devil's Playground. Someone will die that night. Oh, imagine. All of it.
You jinx it. You just see me go back. Someone's gonna die that night. R.I.P. that person.
It's gonna be me.
After you slip on blood.
Like, no, after I trip trying to record with the ring steps like a Sean.
Oh, it was from the ring steps. I thought it was like on the floor that he tripped or something.
No, we didn't have ring steps. No, he tripped from the floor.
Okay, one more question about...
Oh, no, we had ring steps. We had wooden ring steps back then, so that's true.
One more question about Devil's Playground. It's at the VSR Arena. You guys are using the VSR ring. Okay. Are you guys going to do it like other people, like other videos I've seen on YouTube where they put like this whole like carpenter's like plastic on top so you don't ruin the ring, or are you going to straight up do it and then fix the ring?
Well, VSR already told us that they have like a certain canvas that they use for death matches. Mm-hmm. But either way, I'm gonna get my own just to be safe. Like at the end of the day, you never want to damage anything. If they give me something, I want to return it back to them the same condition. So I want to make sure to take care of the venue at the end of the day. So VSR has been really cool with me. I'm pretty much booked there all the way to December 2022. So all the way to December, I'm booked there. So I'm gonna make sure to take care of the venue. So
the venue's nice. I won't lie. The venue's nice. It is a little bit small for my liking, because I feel like some of the times, like for the Maniac show, I felt a little like big out.
You feel big out, but you're closer to the action.
Mm-hmm. That's the one thing I am thankful for VSR, that you're more like almost literally hands on there.
Pretty much, man.
But when it's full capacity with like Maniac show, 350 people in that building besides wrestlers, you feel more. I felt like this way. I was wearing my sweater the entire show, and I was like,
I was doing the lights through the outside. I was outside the doors, like.
Imagine when I got home, my sweater was literally drenched in sweat. Ugh. It felt like I was wearing a plastic bag on me.
Disgusting.
I still need that ride on Friday. You know who I'm talking to.
Joey, he needs you to ride him on Friday.
Friday night. Friday night.
Be there.
Jerry said he'll film, and he won't fall like Ishan. Ask me only who Ishan.
That's bad when the AC stops.
Yeah, I know.
We about to sweat more.
Right.
Pretty much just like I have. Who would you want to like? I've always asked this whenever I go like on a podcast. Who do you want to see come down to Laredo? Because everyone has different tastes.
If we're talking deathmatch,
no, like wrestling in general, like wrestling in general, like an actual name that can actually get contracted, not like John Cena. I forgot who I asked, and they're like, I'm like, hey, who would you want to see bring that to full blown? I was joking around, they're like, John Cena, bro, make it happen. I'm like,
Randy Abortion.
And I looked at him like,
Señorita,
I was like, see, wait, let me call fucking
Vince McMahon and talk to him.
Let me call Vince McMahon, be like, hey, I need to connect for fucking John. No, like, give me a name that's possible, por favor, like. Not like, oh, Macho Man. Like, I was like, dude, that guy, pobrecito. Like, that's one of my favorites, actually. What's one of my goats.
Well, so, honestly, deathmatch-wise, I want Necro Butcher. I also want Nick Cage. But it's going to be hard, like you said, with the whole contract with GCW. Mm-hmm. And also Sammy, if it's possible. I don't know. I want to meet Sammy.
Sammy's really chill, man. Like, really relaxed.
Also Fuego. I've heard he's been here in Laredo, but for like the private tapings, I've never got a chance to be there.
Yeah, he was there at my house.
I never got a chance to meet him because at that time I still wasn't close with Sean.
I've already met him multiple times, and I would always see him in Corpus with Gulf Coast Wrestling Alliance, and pretty much that's how I met him, and we started talking, and we've been cool since then, man. So I'm trying to work on Fuego coming down to Laredo. That I would love to. We've worked multiple times. I think I've worked like 4 or 5 times with them already. So
just know for a fact that if Fuego or Sammy is there, you have me there. For the vlog. Just for the vlog.
Bitch, I have you there no matter what. You're contracted now. No, I'm joking.
We never I was about to be like what? I was about to be like I never even got talked about a deal. I never got a contract.
You shouldn't have signed, bro.
What did I ever sign?
Joey's heart. That's my contracts.
Fuck you, Joey. You know what? You're kicked out of the podcast. It's Sean. You're the main owner now of the podcast. Watch him fire me now.
Imagine. Oh, see, boom, ponle.
You're fired, Joey. You're back. Who's gotta edit the podcast? That's right, bitch. Me.
So a name that I would love to see in Laredo, which I think is gonna end up happening sooner or later, is Pimpinella.
It already happened.
No, like.
Oh, with you.
Like.
Oh,
like in VSR.
Oh.
Because when you go to like a Casablanca show, it's kind of like you're far away. When you're in actual like VSR, you're like up close.
You're
like,
literally
like there to the person. Like
Casino mas. I know someone that will do that. Jay.
Gustavo.
No, Jay.
Never mind. I was like Gustavo.
No, you better have Gustavo tied down to the damn something. When he comes out and sees Sadika, I know he's gonna jump up and be like, "Esa mi vieja."
No, he's gonna get his ass beat.
Sadika
will beat a dude up.
He's obsessed with Sadika.
Like, I'm scared of Sadika. Sadika will beat someone up.
I've seen the shit she does in her matches.
And she does that to people that she likes. Imagine to people she doesn't like.
Can I still take this?
That will stop her.
I'll be like, Sadika, do it on my friend.
No.
He wants to get bladed. It's his dream.
But I'm gonna have to control Gustavo.
What's Gustavo be there? Do it. He's all there pissing his pants.
But yeah, pretty much, man. Like at the end of the day, like there's so many big names in Texas that I want to work with. I don't know if you know this name, Brian Keith.
Yeah, the name sounds familiar.
The bounty hunter.
Yeah, I think I've
out of Houston, Texas. So he's a name that I want to bring down to Laredo really bad. Like he's a really cool dude. Names that I've worked with in the past that I would want to bring down. Was there's pretty much I already have like my resident roster, which is Bestia, Mecha, Damiat. I pretty much bring them whenever we're able to. Just because super professional and super easy to work with. I can literally go up to them like, hey, I need this, and this. Like, this is the match I want to put you guys in. They're like, okay, cool.
Oh, shit, really?
Like, when I told them, hey, like, there's a certain match I want for you guys for Devil's Playground, and I told them that, and they're like, okay.
We'll do it.
Yeah.
Are they both coming, or just Bestia?
No, Bestia and Mecha are both, like, they're coming.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
Actually, no, I could release actually something more. So this will be kind of like the closing end. So, because I just remembered that I released it in one of the VSR Monday shows. I wasn't supposed to release it, and I released it. I got excited doing the announcement.
Okay, guys, you can't forget. And then when you get home, we're like, fuck, I fucked.
No, like when I went to the back, literally, I got done with the mic, and I was like, oh, fuck, I wasn't supposed to release that for another 3 weeks. I was like, yeah, whatever. So, we're going to have the Crash Tag Team titles defended in a TLC match with the belts hanging in at the top of VSR.
So that's the conversation you were saying, because I overheard you talking. I don't know who it was. You're like, yeah, we're gonna have a chain hanging from over here to over here. We're gonna have belts here. We're gonna have this here. I'm like, I'm just here and thinking. I'm like, oh, it's probably for the upcoming show, and I never thought for Devil's Playground.
So I kind of wanted to test to see how tall it is, how long I need the ladders, stuff like that. So it's pretty much just that, and I ended up. Thank you for Facebook Marketplace. I swear to God. Like, I would never have thought to shop there. I ended up getting, like, 4 or 5 tables. Actual wooden tables on there, so.
Nice.
Thank you to the señor that had them stored in his storage, and he hit me up telling me, sí, mijo, tengo 25 cada uno. And I'm like, got you.
Damn.
The viejito, he hooked it up, bro. Then he tells me, "Tengo puertas." I was like, "Oh." I was like,
the plug.
So I was like, "Shit, I'm gonna be back for them puertas too, sir."
Let me go drop off the table.
Literally, he opened up the storage unit, and it was literally like 8 or 9 puertas there.
Deathmatch tournament inside a locker.
It had like a bunch of tables. He had like a bunch of like lawn care equipment and everything like that. And I'm just looking at everything like what's good. Like I'm doing Birdman rub hands. Like
I got two. Number one, weed eaters.
The fuck you trying to, bro? Like you be watching too much of this Japanese.
No,
stuff, bro.
Phoenix Kid did that with Evan Axel.
What do you mean? Oh wait, never mind. Weed eaters not metal blades. It's plastic.
Yeah.
Anticipation is killing. Oh man, you see, look, I can't tell you.
I feel you,
bro. And it's because I told him I was gonna drop it. I told him I was gonna drop it tonight.
That one right there happened at VSR. It was the Texas Deathmatch from Hell. Phoenix had just got. It's at the right moment. He had literally split his hand open right there. He's the Dill. You can actually hear Dill in the background. I'm gonna back it up a little bit so you can be able to hear.
Hold on, I want to see this real quick. Oh wait, because weed eaters aren't metal. It's plastic, right?
It has a little plastic thing, and.
I love that.
Is that gonna be allowed at VSR?
Oh yeah, that could be allowed. Dude, I love seeing how there's no ring in the back and like how big it is.
But look at everybody. Everybody's literally in the people who were sitting back there are all standing up. That match was supposed to be inside a cage.
Oh, I remember that show. Okay, but that's crazy. I've never thought of a weed eater. Damn, it's because that's why like I kind of want to do the France bring the weapons and then like I'll pretty much I just don't want glass because I want that to be at the very end because if you see glass on the second match or the third match or the fourth match, you're kind of like glass again.
What if I bring a not a Kindle stick but like a stick that has those sporks taped around it?
Sporks.
Like those spoons that are forks, like the ones they give you in school. So I can start getting my plug to get me a bunch of those.
Bro, that would be sick. You should do that.
I'm doing that, and I just gotta know one more.
So there's a weapon that So the only thing I'm not gonna let fans bring in is barbed wire because I'm really picky with the barbed wire because I need to make sure that it's not rusted or anything because I need to make sure that these guys are taken care of.
Yeah.
So I already bought
a fucking stroller.
I bought about.
I just thought of that one right now.
So I just literally bought like about 600 feet of barbed wire, and it's all clean, all brand new. Like literally they gave it to me there at Home Depot, package sealed. I checked it; it's all brand new, not rusted. So I was like, okay. So from there, one of the weapons I created, of course, it's a tribute to Mick Foley, baseball bat with barbed wire.
I wanted to do that. That's why I was like, can I bring barbed wire into the building?
So I already did that. I already did a cross with barbed wire. So I'm literally in my backyard just bullshitting like, what can I make?
I can imagine the neighbors looking through their windows.
No, my neighbor's my cousin, so he sees me, he's like, ¿Qué estás haciendo, gorda? I'm like, don't worry about it, bro. Like,
imagine your other neighbor
over here.
Imagine your other neighbor.
No, they have a tall fence, and it was so cool because when we were taping the Lucha Maniac shows, they'd literally be sitting there like on their trampoline just watching the shows like, for free. Like literally just be there, like, and they were just like. That's why I was so surprised that we never got the cops there at my house because all of that was during pandemic. Yeah. And when it was during the shutdown when nobody could be at your house. And
yeah.
So like literally you would just literally see like a whole like a black tarp like right there blocking everything and then you just see all the wrestlers in the back.
And you just see the name.
And then the worst part, vengando al ring. And like you'd hear like the announcer and like you just hear my neighbors come out and like the first time they're just like,
what are they doing?
So when they were singing I was kind of like, so I start making my way over there, like, I'm gonna go talk to him to see if it's cool. They're like, I'm ready, don't worry. Then I turn to the side, my cousin's back there, he's just like,
get in the way.
He would never come back out. Like, he would just stay in his house. So, like, it was super cool. It was, like, just watching all those, like...
Did you ever invite your neighbors to come to the show?
All the time. I would tell them, like,
even
cállale, neighbor. And they're like, no, aquí estamos bien. I guess because, like, they're scared because, like, the whole COVID and everything. Yeah. But they're just watching over the fence. And I would just see the little kids, like, literally, I would turn and, like, there's, like, a big tree house. Well, not a tree house, but it's, like, one of those playhouses.
Mm-hmm. And they were sitting on top of it.
All the kids were on top of it and just watching, like...
I could really imagine if the kids would have been there.
Dude, like...
They would have been yelling like crazy.
And it's weird because at one show, we had, like, random people would show up, like... They would be like, hey, like, I brought... Like, the wrestlers themselves would be like, hey, I brought, like, a family member. Hey, I brought a friend. So we'd have a little crowd. We'd have, like, 10 or 15 people there. We'd start doing, like, carne out of nowhere. We'd start, like... It was just so much fun, like, when we had the Maniac shows in my backyard. It was just, like...
would there ever be a reunion of doing that? Would you ever go one day, just one day, go back to your yard for one day?
I would love it. I would welcome it. But I would love to do like one show in my backyard just with random ass fans. Like, hey, pull up, bring your own chair.
Drop in the location. You have like 350 people in your yard.
Bring your own chair, and dude, like I still remember when we had what was one of the big names that I was just like, oh my god, I couldn't believe it. Oh, when Super Parka showed up to my backyard, Volador, and literally I was at work. And they're like, hey, can you come up in the backyard? Oh yeah, cool. So I go open the door, everything like that, and he's there, and I'm like, and I'm seeing him. And then Ishan goes to me, he's like, that's Super Parka. I was like, no fucking way. What the fuck? He's like, well, I forgot to tell you, yeah, we're gonna film something. I was like, what the fuck? So I'm like, so then Ishan, what's it called? He tells me, yeah, whatever. Like, I'm still looking up because I'm seeing all the weapons. Like, it's cool. So then he tells me, hey, like, we're gonna film, whatever, right? So we film. I tell Ishan straight up, yeah, just lock up everything. Just let me know when, like, clean up the stuff, like, whenever you leave. And I come back after the show, and he gives me a Super Parka ring-worn mask. And he's like, oh, I got one for myself and one for you, so here you go. I was like, oh.
Thank you for the collection. But damn, man. I'm not gonna lie. I met,
Dude,
Taurus.
Yeah.
I met Taurus at the February 27th show. I walked right in. I saw Cuervo, and I saw Payaso Tilín and Epi.
All I'm going to say is this. I'm going to interrupt you real quick. Sorry about that. Payaso Tilín's one of my fucking favorite right now.
Honestly,
I fucking love Payaso
I agree with you.
Bro. Like,
his promos are something else, bro.
His promo work, everything. I was like, god damn, like, this is so fucking magic. This is beautiful. Like,
this is when Laredo needed.
Like, dude, like, that fucking character of his, bro. Like, oh my god, bro. Like,
this is the character Laredo needed, but didn't know they needed.
Dude, like, the movements, the way he worked the ring and everything, I was like,
the voice itself.
Oh my god, dude. This guy's gold.
If I'm able to access the TikTok video,
dude, like, that's why, like, when
Jerry's face.
when Maniacs was putting the whole, like, Payaso Tilín at Devil's Playground, and I was joking about it, and I was just like, and then he started sharing it, Payaso Tilín, and I was just like,
sounds interesting.
I was like, Payasito muerto.
Payaso Tilín in a street fight with his Sean.
Imagine.
Oh!
Because that's the time that I announced Sadika, and he shared it, and he was like, oh no. I was like, oh my god.
Hey, imagine Sadika versus Payaso Tilín in a street fight in Laredo.
Oh my god, dude.
The pop.
What show is that?
I want to fight the fuck out of that motherfucker.
Who?
That one right there. Brandon, whatever his name is.
One True Brand.
Yeah, I want to fuck him up.
Bro, that shit.
I hate him. If you watch the video, I think it was this video.
So
he threw water at us. I almost fucked him up that night.
So this is what I tell people. He's not your everyday heel. He's the way a heel's supposed to be. He gets people fucking hateful towards him. To the point where a girl broke his phone at a show. And like, and he will continue. That's what I love about One True Brand. Like, he is a heel from beginning to end. He's gonna be a fucking dick and an asshole to you.
I will say this:
he gets you to the point where you're like, you want to see him get hurt. You want to see him get fucking beat up by like whatever wrestlers wrestling.
I'm gonna just say this: at this point, at the next show, and if he's there, I'm gonna have my guys handcuffed and myself handcuffed to something, because we're gonna want to fuck him up. All of us want to fuck him up. We're just waiting for the next time he throws water at us. I'm serious. I'm like, I can't even go into the group chat where anytime we see his picture, we screenshot, we send it to the group chat. We're already talking, running to fuck him up just by looking at him. Like right now, I want to fuck him up just by looking at him.
That's his job.
Like, I swear.
That's his job.
I hate him. Not personally, but I hate his character. Exactly. That's the one thing I hate. That's the thing. Like, which is a good thing in a wrestler.
And at the end of the day, if I told you right now, hey, at Devil's Playground, I have One True Brand versus Sadika, would you buy a ticket just to see him get his ass kicked?
Fuck yes.
Why? Why? Because he's such a good heel.
I would have already given you off.
Dude, I work with him and I get pissed off. And then I have to, like, I'm just like, god damn you motherfucker. Like, you take shit to another level every fucking time. And then there's times where I'm like, I need you to be a fucking dick. I need you to do this. I need you to do that. And he takes it to another level, and I'm just like,
I think that's what they told him to do that night, because he literally just grabbed the water bottle and like right at us.
I think he was supposed to do it to somebody. It's because I think either his friend was there or something like that, but I think it hit you guys by accident.
His friend wasn't there. As a matter of fact, Dark Cobra was there sitting at the table selling his merch. And he literally stops by and he's like, looking at Cobra and like, yeah, I don't know. I don't remember what he told him. He told him something and Cobra got pissed off. That's when we noticed he's already a dick. When Cobra gets pissed off, that's something different. Mm-hmm. And then we're still yelling at him, que Carol Baskin looking ass, y que este que el otro. Because look at what he's wearing there. See you no way. See you no way. Carol Baskin looking ass right there. And one thing leads to the other. We're telling him off. He loses his match. And then he throws water right at us. He actually got lucky. None of us decided to go ahead and jump him. Because my nephew was behind me asleep.
Oh,
water would have landed on him. He wakes up. He goes down. Because it wouldn't have been just me. It would have been like 3 or 4 of us.
Dude, that's fucking crazy.
Oh, it was at a row show. This was at a row show. I remember.
Oh, now. Then it wasn't with me then. Okay.
Yeah, it was at a row show. Yeah, like right there, Cobra was gone from there already. This was actually a good show. It wasn't really that bad. Except for that moment he threw water at us. But anyways, TikTok, this is going to be the end of the podcast for TikTok. I don't know how long we're going to keep it going for this one. But
Joey, if you're still there.
I don't think he is.
I'll see you right now.
We only got 1 viewer. I don't know who it is.
Does it show you who it is?
Yeah, but I can't. Oh, here it is. Yep, that's not time. That's literally their name.
I like that. That's cool.
Nice name. And we'll TikTok. We'll see you guys. Now I gotta reply to like 20 different messages. A todo lo que no le contesté.
But yeah, man, like, I just love wrestling in general. That's why, like, I love watching these VSR videos. I love watching the roll videos. I love watching all these matches. Cause, like,
as a matter of fact, if you actually go into this channel, this is my film channel. There's a whole bunch of wrestling content.
He films.
It's supposed to be HE films. Oh, all the wrestling content starts here. Okay. I literally started 2 years ago with the whole wrestling thing, and I'm already deciding to quit. I'm like, damn. And it's really mostly all APW content that's there.
Okay.
Everything started to change from APW once the last Raw show ever happened for Southside. And then from there, as you can see, we got the last APW video that was ever posted on here was Phoenix Kid versus Avon Axel in a Texas death match from hell.
4 months ago.
Yeah, and the most recent is 3 weeks ago for the Love of Lucha.
Oh, that's the show. I did that one October 24th. That's the one that I told you about, the Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, really?
The Nightmare on the Embassy. So that's the show. It was that one, and I think like 2 other shows that were wrestling like that same day. There was like other shows.
And yet I still haven't filmed anything for my film channel. But yeah, you go over here to this other one. Where is it? Oh, here it is. You go to this one. No, that's the video I was telling you about. Thank you to the real ones. And it's literally just a 3-minute video of me saying I quit. And as you see,
Maniacs.
This one was good.
What? You only have 15 minutes with Ishan? I would expect more of a talk with him.
Thinking about it, I think this is the longest episode we've had.
This is an hour
in the podcast.
Minutes.
And podcast wise, I think this is the longest episode.
Oh wow!
I gotta check. I know there's one that's about an hour long. That's Joey.
Hey, why do you have nudes of Ishan?
That's what Ishan says. An hour 28, and that was with Gus.
This modded crew.
That was with Gus.
Dude, like, that's why I like that you guys always go and support any of the shows that we do, man. Like, it's always cool to have you guys there, man.
This is my most top viewed video, 14K views. Jasmine Olera versus Estrellita. But it's not because of them. Look at the camera angles. Just look at the... What the fuck is up with the internet today? There's literally a difference in camera quality. You see the crappy one, then it goes into the good one.
Yeah.
I don't know if it switches here or not. I don't remember. Or did I leave this one raw? I really don't remember. Because I took that one. I took that one from the APW YouTube channel.
Okay.
And I didn't even credit them. Yeah, I think I didn't. I think I left it raw. Oh no.
And that's something that I've noticed too, that there's so much good women wrestling going on right now.
Look, for example, right here. I think I change it. It should change any second now. There you go.
Okay. Oh wow.
You see the total difference in the quality.
That's a big difference in the quality.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this looks super. This looks like 4K.
I think I saved it under 4K. Oh no, I saved it under 1080p.
The quality looks really good.
We're talking. That's just out of that one. And that one came out of the one that you always use.
That is so crazy.
Usually, all of my videos ever since I got the camera, which is all the way from this one. 7 months. I have 7 months with the camera.
Oh wow.
Oh, but there it is. New camera vlog. Ever since that one, I even have the row show. I filmed it with the camera. You can even tell the difference there. That one was filmed with... Yeah, my phone. That was when I had barely started using the camera, so I didn't really know much with it.
Okay. That camera.
Yeah, that one that's right here.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it looks.
And it totally looks nice, but now you look at the quality now, and it's all in the editing software.
Oh wow.
I like to try to keep a stable shot when possible. So if anybody out there who's listening to this podcast needs a filmer, hit me up. Was that a bad idea?
What was that?
It leads up to this picture right there.
Oh, you got chopped or what? Or...
For $25, I got chopped. Oh, 5 chops in a row. I was already chopped once before.
Do it.
I was already in pain at that moment. Isham was almost about to cry out of it. I would have done 10 for 50.
So he paid you 25 to let you chop you five times.
There's the picture.
Oh wow.
That one was the worst one. I couldn't breathe.
I've only chopped one person, and I left them such a big paw print to the point where everyone's like, "What the hell?" Like
My first ever chop that I've ever had as a wrestler was
he sprained his ankle. Who sprained his ankle? Furcio.
Ecstasies.
Oh wow.
He did a move and he like actually fucked his ankle up. A ver si sale. Oh, it doesn't. I gotta go all the way over there. I actually slow it down, which is the thing. It's around here somewhere. Because I even zoom in on it and everything. Oh, it's around here. This was Extreme Warrior and Ecstasies versus Master Boy Jr. and I don't remember who. But here they go.
Oh, okay.
That's where he gets his ankle cut up. And that was out of the camera as well. Look at that quality though.
So that's one thing about wrestling. Like when people go and like they'll be like, this is bullshit, and I'm like, dude, these guys are putting their bodies in the line.
Just look at that thumbnail, that back. That's my back.
Dude,
that was out of a kendo stick shot.
So there's so many people out there that go out there and be like, this is bullshit. No están pegando de verdad. It's like, these guys put their bodies in the line, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's crazy.
Especially just look at this show, May 22nd.
Dude, this is gonna be a crazy show.
They're literally putting their whole entire bodies on the line.
So we'll pretty much wrap this podcast. It's already like 1:45.
What time is it? Oh, I'm talking about the time.
Oh, 10:11.
Oh, I'm like, damn, I thought it was 1 in the morning. I'm like, yeah.
Imagine.
I feel sorry for whoever's watching this episode and literally sat through it.
Like,
looking at a black screen or a picture of a fucking Jerry just there like,
Pikachu! We'll just put a picture of Ishan on it. Don't worry.
Yeah, Ishan, if you see this episode, we love you.
Pretty much, man, like, just to cap things up, like from the past to the beginning. It's pretty much touched on like old subjects. What brought me back into like really passionate into like promoting.
Since we're
trying
gonna
to
have a thumbnail of
trying to take
Joey.
trying to take full blown pro wrestling to the next level, and pretty much that's it. I mean, like, just stay tuned with the Full Blown Pro Wrestling page, and you're gonna see some crazy shit coming up with 2022. And you never know when there might be a Lucha Maniacs and a Full Blown Pro Wrestling.
We gotta see
combined.
that happen. We gotta see that happen. But like he said, guys, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up today's episode. Should we just leave it uncut so I don't really have to do a lot of work?
Yeah, you can leave it uncut.
Okay, I'll just leave it uncut.
We pretty much left it fun either way. So.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and leave this video uncut. You guys are seeing literally a minute and 45, maybe a minute 50 by the time we finish. But hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode. Hopefully you got to know a little bit more about Joey and his past. Joey?
Oh.
I'm thinking of my cousin now.
Oh.
Damn. Hopefully you guys got to know a little bit more about Jerry, his past, a little bit more about the past of Full Blown Pro Wrestling. You guys were actually curious. So make sure to go ahead and follow them on their social medias. You got what? Instagram, Facebook, and what else?
I need to be more active on my Facebook. I mean, on my Instagram, it's Full Blown Pro Wrestling. But I am going to start uploading more content on it now that I got a little bit of a hang on it. And I have my Facebook page, which is Full Blown Pro Wrestling.
Go ahead and, follow them. Also, go ahead and follow the sponsor of this channel. I'm starting to say sponsor of this channel because I always shout them out in this channel, which is Unique Cupcakes. Go ahead and, I at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and put their links in the description below. Click the link. Takes you to a website. Click that website. Click the link you want. The Full Blown will be literally right there. It's going to be the first one. It's going to be the first link you click, Full Blown. You'll be there. So, other than that, my name is Hector Espinosa. He's Jerry, a.k.a. What's the name of that one? Big Butter Black Boom Boom or something like that. I gotta stop watching Patty Mail. I've been watching Patty Mail.
I watched this channel.
The Black Butter Boom Boom or whatever he is. Jerry, and well, hopefully we guys see you guys in another episode. You're going Friday. You're gonna be in the vlog.
I'll be there Friday.
You're gonna be in the vlog.
There you go, guys. So we'll make sure to go ahead and.
But by the time they see the vlog, this podcast isn't even out. The podcast comes out after the vlog. So.
Oh, there you go.
So see you guys soon.
There you go.
See you guys in another podcast or video or reaction video. I don't know. See you guys. And we're done.
Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever had an orgasm in your mouth? Well, with Unique Cupcakes, you will feel a satisfaction you never felt before. Dial us right now at 956-775-5604 or 956-771-8233. Because Ashley, she's got the magic touch. Follow us on Unique Cupcakes at Facebook, Unique Cupcakes 956 on Instagram, and You Cupcakes 956 on Snapchat. What's holding you back from experiencing the best cupcakes you've ever had?